Good morning, folks. A very happy match day. I hope everyone's doing well. So the team news has been announced in the last couple of minutes. It looks like Carter Vickers didn't make the squad today. I haven't obviously been keeping tabs on the game because I said I'll pop onto the podcast, have a chat with you, talk about the prediction, talk about the squad, talk about how we're feeling about going against Kilmarnock. You know, we played them back in August in Rugby Park and we didn't get a result there. So let's just go through the starting lineup to anyone who has joined. A solid 4 people so far. Hopefully it goes up. Tell us where you're watching from. Are you on the way to the game? Are you on the way to the pub? Let us know in the comments below. So let's just start this off. Get my mush out of the way for a few minutes. Let's have a look at the team now. So this is the team that Celtic have announced. Hart, Johnston, Phillips. So Nat Phillips comes in for Carter Vickers. Scales, Taylor, IWATA, McGregor, O'Reilly, Mikey Johnston, Palmer, Bain, Kyogo, Yang, Turnbull, NAWROCKI, Berda Bay, Bernardo, Forrest, and Ralston. Bench is quite strong. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the bench today. Obviously, we have Kyogo on the bench, which was expected. Turnbull can obviously turn it around as well. Bernardo is obviously a good midfielder. Don't know what happened to Home. Forrest as well. Forrest has scored there a couple of times in his career. Ralston solid. Yang still, the jury's out on Yang's performances. Berda Bay, good for a bit of left back ammunition. And NAWROCKI's great to see Malik from NAWROCKI back in the fold as well. So this is the formation he'll probably go with. So will it be obviously I don't mind you. Obviously, I forgot about Joe Hart there. Joe Hart in goal. The skill backs in goal today. Joe Hart in goal. Alistair Johnston, Taylor on both flanks of the defence. Phillips, Scales. Now look at my jury is still out with Phillips. I think can see the way we conceded the goal the other day against Hibs. Is he up for it? Hopefully he is up for it today. Hopefully gets that team up the pitch, and hopefully, you may never know, he might score for us today with a set piece. IWATA can control the defensive midfield department. He done well the other day, obviously against Hibs. O'Reilly, McGregor, we need that push and energy today. I think we had a lot of possession when we went there the last time, just couldn't create much regards to testing their keeper. Mikey Johnston, big game for him today. The next 3-4 weeks in a Celtic shirt is big for him, because I think if he doesn't get to the performance levels that Brendan Rodgers is looking for, I think he will go transfer listed, and I think Celtic will send them out the door. As much as I want him at the club, I think it's down to look what's coming back. Look at the quality that's coming back. Is he going to get ahead of that quality? Chances are probably not. So he has to make a stake in these games to obviously fight for his place. I'm going to go through the comments now. All up front, and then Palmer. I've said it last night on the podcast, a good hour podcast. Thank you very much, whoever was watching. Just going to go through the bench as well. So once again, Bain, Kyogo, Yang, Turnbull, NAWROCKI, Berda Bay, Bernardo, Forrest, and Ralston. So yeah, hopefully a bit of luck today with the Nakamura jersey as well. So let's get to the comments. We have less than 28 minutes to go to kick off at Rugby Park on this artificial pitch. Carter Vickers didn't make it. Obviously, the result of the MRI must have came back, and hope it's not worrying. So fingers crossed, a speedy recovery for Carter Vickers. Hope it's nothing bad. Paul C says Phillips is not Celtic quality. He just hasn't been up to scratch. I just think Scales and Carter Vickers have that solid partnership, and it just shows it. How's it going, Daniel, down in South Africa? I hope you're doing well. Great news, you went to the game. We got the game live thanks to ESPN. I see no problem with a Celtic win. Hope you're right. Hopefully it is a Celtic win. Scales injured. No, Scales is playing. Scales is playing. It's Carter Vickers is the problem. Scales is there, as you see. Scales is good to go. It's Carter Vickers. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. As I said, I haven't been on Twitter. I haven't been checking the game on the telly to find out what Brendan has said about Carter Vickers. So when I get off, I'll look at it and see what the situation is. But 11 people in. How's it going? Gaddafi sent text. I know a lot of other podcasts jump on a half an hour before the game. I said I'd get in early. Try lure you into the dome. Lure you in. Hopefully Nakamura, bit of magic. Hopefully Lewis Palmer could score a beautiful free kick today. I don't know what the weather conditions is like on Kilmarnock. Let me check. I haven't literally haven't got a minute to myself this morning. Weather. Kilmarnock. Give me 1 second now. It's rain. Thank God. So that's what Brendan was looking for. Brendan was looking for a bit of wet surface, obviously free flow the ball around the pitch. So hopefully it works for Celtic's advantage today in that artificial pitch. I'm just hoping we don't pick up any injuries as well against Kilmarnock. They'll be a difficult team to play against. They're sixth in the table at the moment as well. 2 wins in the last 6 games. The last home win was back nearly 3 weeks ago against Motherwell, 1-0. And then they went up to Pittodrie midweek and won there as well. Derek McInnes obviously get one against his former team. So, yeah, let me know how the sound is as well on the podcast. And if you haven't subscribed as well, please do subscribe below. Free of charge. Subscribe to the channel. It'd be really appreciated. I'm trying to go for the 17,000 as soon as possible. It's been a slow 3 months, but look, it is what it is. These things happen. Phillips is far too slow. Just another Duffy. I did the thing about Shane Duffy. It just didn't work out well at Celtic. I felt like Shane Duffy got a lot of criticism from fans. A lot of the fans turned on him quick enough. And considering the season we were in, a lot of the fans just could not like Shane Duffy. He was on report. He was on 50 grand a week. Obviously my thoughts with Shane Duffy at the time, like he lost his dad a couple of months before that, moved to Glasgow, got the Ireland captaincy. There was a lot of pressure on him. I thought he would have got through, but his performance just declined, and then I didn't think he featured in any games from mid-April onwards. So quite sad that what happened with Shane. These things happen in football. You take a chance, you go to a club, you either strive or you fail, and at least you got the opportunity to play in the iconic hoops. And didn't get the opportunity to play in front of the fans at Celtic Park, which was quite sad. But it is what it is. It's a season that we'll forget, and we'll move on from it. And we have moved on quick enough since then. We've obviously won 5 trophies. The turnover as well with revenue. We've been in back-to-back Champions League group stages as well. So there's been a lot of positives regards to the game or regards to Celtic moving forward, but we need to strengthen in January. Every fan is saying it. There's no fans that are disagreeing, saying, I'm pretty happy what we have. I think we have enough there to go on and win the league. Be safe and sorry. Strengthen up in January. Get a striker in. There's reports this morning from Denmark that Celtic are actually really considering putting a bid in for Kvistagaard as well. The 21-year-old 5'8" striker that plays for Brøndby. I've said on the channel in the last couple of days between Mubange that plays for Boda Glint, NAWROCKI that plays for Aberdeen, Cindy van Hooijdonk, Kvistagaard and Damien Brazzaro. My ideal would be Mubange that plays for Boda Glint. He came in last January, 24 goals and 56 appearances. European goals in there as well. Boda Glint are a good team. They won the Norwegian League on top of about to play Norwegian Cup final against Molde. So let's see what happens. I know a few are saying in the comments there, he will happy taking NAWROCKI. I think NAWROCKI could strive in the Celtic shirt. I think he could be another Jan Vennegaard Hesselink. Maybe. It just depends on the risk you take and who you bring in, and if they settle, they hit the ground running, or they might struggle. But we don't have enough fuel to, if one striker comes in. What if NAWROCKI comes in and gets injured in the first game? Then we're doomsday for 3 or 4 weeks. I think we need to go out and get 2 strikers. To be honest, I think we should go for NAWROCKI, and we should go for this guy Mungabanga that plays for Boda Glint. I think spend 10 million on 2 strikers. Why not? Clear out the dead wood. Might recuperate some sort of money back for them players. We'll see what happens. All right, Keith, just hope CCV is only rested. We've only played NAWROCKI ahead. I wish we played NAWROCKI ahead of Phillips. I think the same. I think it's just down to match sharpness, to be honest with you, Plunge. I just think that's what it's down to. Obviously, Phillips has been still coming on off the bench, and I know he's not the sharpest. And it's a case where he needs to step up today. He needs to control that defence. He's more experienced than Scales. Scales might have more first-team football this season, but overall, Nat Phillips has played for Bournemouth, played Champions League for Liverpool, and this is a game where he needs to step up and not take Kamara for granted. Brendan be going there, revenge in the back of his head. I know he has this professional attitude where, you know, we take every game as it comes. I can understand that, but the embarrassment of the way we lost at Rugby Park in the League Cup has to be addressed today. Go out there, get the 3 points, and do it. I know you might say it's been addressed. We're doing top of league. We've molded since then, but you know we want to go there in that artificial pitch and beat them. So 20 minutes before kickoff, go a few names in. Do subscribe to the channel if you can. It'd be really appreciated. Give us your predictions as well. These are all talking about Phillips. These are not talking about the score. These are not talking about the rest of the squads. Let's talk about the rest of the squad. Let's talk about Mikey Johnson, Lewis Palmer. Let's talk about obviously is starting ahead of Kyogo. He scored midweek 2 goals. Lovely finish, second finish. He's been well. He's done decent the last 5 weeks. You know, he's starting to rescue his Celtic career, because I was one of them people, end of October, start of November, had doubts about, he hasn't scored this season. We got this guy in January. What's going on? Is a case that he's just not cutting it. And now he's at the stepping up, and fair play to him. It's good to see that happening. Mikey's done well since he came in. That's it. His loan move, obviously, he had a lot of injuries to start the season. Then playing for the Republic of Ireland as well, getting a few goals in there. And that was only against Gibraltar at the end of the day. It's confidence in it. It's confidence. He played well against Hibs away Easter Road, I thought. Took a few chances on. And then playing against Hibs midweek, he wasn't the greatest. But I thought he done well up in Perth, wherever you're watching from. I thought he done well. So let's hope Mikey Johnson can bang a goal in today. Hopefully the artificial pitch doesn't break up Mikey Johnson. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. They will look like a low block when IWATA create a score today. I'm not sure. I think IWATA will do well. Hopefully it's not like I know this is mad comparison, but about Japanese players that play in that position. Hopefully it's not a Itaguchi performance like it was against Alawa. He's done well the other night. Done well against St. Johnstone away. You know, he scored already this season at Tynecastle as well. So hopefully Tomoki can, you know, dictate that defensive midfield position and, you know, get a lot of service and feel comfortable, and hopefully not get booked early as well. So let's see what happens there. That's my opinion of IWATA. I think he's going to get better and better. You know, only that's what happens with footballers. They either strive with more games to play, more experience, or either they fail. So I think Tomoki will be an ideal number 6 to have, and pushing Callum up will be ideal today. Callum just needs to test the keeper. Do the captain skills, you know, have that free role, as do you want to call it, free roam player. And we'll see what happens. David Turnbull score goals. David Turnbull is on the bench today, so hopefully David Turnbull will come off the bench and maybe bang a free kick in. You know, his stats are pretty decent, so we'll see what happens in regards to David Turnbull. So yeah, I'll stay on for another 5 minutes, folks, and I'll jump off. But I appreciate whoever has popped in today. You know, it's obviously all the podcasts you'd be on around this time. You have to do other podcasts, other streams that happen around half an hour before kickoff, and that's okay. It's okay. You have your regular subscribers, that's cool. That's no worries. So I'm just gonna go through the squad again if you're just joining in and you haven't seen the squad. So this is the squad here. This is the starting lineup. So Joe Hart, I forgot to put his name in. Joe Hart's in goal. Alistair Johnston right back. Greg Taylor left back. Nat Phillips, Liam Scales. So Carter Vickers is not in the squad today. Not even on the bench. He's a no-zo today. Tomoki IWATA, defensive midfield, starting from the last game when he played against Hibs at Celtic Park. We have Matt O'Reilly up there with Callum McGregor. I cut it like a diamond. And then you got the likes of Mikey Johnston playing on the right flank. And then you have Louis Palmer on the left. And then all up front. I think it's a game where all will bang a goal in. I'm going 3-1 today. I'm still not quite confident at the back, regardless if it was Phillip or Carter Vickers or NAWROCKI or Scales. I still feel like we're going to leak a goal today, and it will be a set piece, unfortunately. So hope it's a clean sheet. Hope I'm wrong. Really hope I'm wrong. So let me see. 3-1. I'm going to go with O'Reilly and Lewis Palmer. I haven't changed my mind overnight. Going 3-1 today. He's being rested. Happy days. Happy days. If he's being rested, thank God. I don't know if he'll feature on Wednesday night against Feyenoord. So that clears the conscience. Gives me a bit of, I can relax now. It's up to the lads. You know, we have players that we brought in. NAWROCKI from Lega Warsaw. If you can come off the bench and make an impact today, and if we push for the clean sheet, happy days. It's just crazy to think when you're doing these podcasts, you just feel like there's a goal that's going to be leaked. You know, it's just, you know, stupid defender. Look at that goal against St. Johnstone. Horrendous defending, you know. So hopefully we've changed our tactics in regards to, you know, free kicks and corners, you know. That's what the opposition team are going to do. They're just going to try just put a lot of pace behind that ball for corners and not defending a lines right. Callum Coyle is saying, I'm going to 3-0 Celtic. Hopefully, man, I'm going 3-1. We need to start well. That's it. Like, my prediction on the first half is quite boring and tam, to be honest with you, as much as I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. I just feel like it's a different opposition to St. Johnstone last week, completely different opposition, different pitch, different environment, but I just think there's going to be a slow 25 to 30 minutes of the game, to be honest with you. But let's go out. Hopefully, they can go out and hit the ground running and prove me wrong and prove the fans wrong, whoever feels it's going to be a slow game. Well, the artificial pitch, it's a bit of rain on it today. Celtic sprayed the passes. Some really good moments at Rugby Park, as I said in the channel last night. If you weren't watching, we'll go up now and have a look. Some really good moments. We've had Nakamura scoring there in 2008 or 2007, helping us do 2 in a row. Dying embers of the game. 22nd of April 2007, if I'm correct, 2-1 against Kilmarnock. Jan Vennegar Hesselink scored for us, and then Shunsuke Nakamura scored that day as well. Scored very similar place earlier on that season. Very identical free kick as well. You know, just exact same curve, exact same corner, keeper left standing. Yeah, it was like literally trademark Nakamura. What a day. What a day. Got this moment as well. Back in 2019, the end of January 2019, he played Kilmarnock and Scott Brown 2-1. Actually ended up getting sent off at the end of the game for celebrating. Second yellow. Crazy to think. Phenomenal scenes from the Celtic fans, you know. Greg Taylor tried to block him, hit a little slight deflection, went into the left-hand side of the goal. But yeah, good times against Kilmarnock. We have this moment as well back in 2016. Tom Rogic, absolute wonder strike against Kilmarnock as well. I like that jersey. Pity never bought it. I just thought at the time New Balance quality jerseys were quite poor. I had the home one, I had the tour jersey, and the magnets was falling apart. I had to get reprinted. But yeah, this moment as well back in 2004, we beat Kilmarnock. Stilian Petrov, a lovely assist from Henrik Larsson. This was going back to the 18th of April. I think it was 18th of April 2004. We won the league there. Black Magic. What a kit. Unbelievable stuff. And then there's that picture again. There's the full picture of Nakamura about to pull his top off, swinging in the air, jump into the crowd. Oh, some energy there. And then that's in Tynecastle last season when we wrapped up the league as well. So some really good times as a Celtic fan. You know, we've had good times and bad times, but we all stick it through, you know, as much as we want results. It's a results business. We want trophies. We want to finish first. Doesn't always, you finish second, it's a failure, you know. So let's roll on to the Scottish Cup and beat Bucky Thistle, the Hoops, beat Bucky Thistle, the Highlands, beat them. But a lot of games to play before that. So as far as I know, the schedule is Feyenoord on Wednesday, Hearts next week at Celtic Park, Livy in there as well on the 23rd, and then we have to go to Dens Park, an absolute kip of a stadium, Shipwreck of a stadium. We went there, I remember, on Boxing Day or Stevens' Day back in 2012. And we beat Dundee 3-1 that night. Tony Watt, Samaras, and Gary Hooper. Samaras scored a Boise kick. Hooper scored a lob, if I'm correct. We wore the white jersey, that anniversary jersey, with the black collar, black shorts, and the green and white hoop socks. Good time. Matt to score. People are fancy Turnbull today to come off the bench and score. Everyone's feeling the second half goal scorers here. And Paul's asking me, does Rodgers like better than Kyogo? It's not even a case. It's just down to players' form, innit? You can't say I like him better because he's scoring more goals or he's doing better. You know, just what's going on behind the scenes in Lennox Town. Kyogo is nowhere near the player that he was last season or the season before. Like, you go back to the fourth season, I'm surprised other clubs didn't come in and put a bid in for him. I know he's only newly at the club. He's 28 now. He's on a long-term deal until 26 or 27, and we need to get it right with Kyogo. His confidence is drained, and with his performances, be out straight. The Japanese squad have some quality players to manage show. Germany, a couple of months ago in a friendly, the German manager ended up getting the sack and all, and I can't see Kyogo being picked for the Japanese squad for the Asian Cup. And it might benefit Celtic because he actually might have to put the boots on, get the head together, and go out there and fight for that jersey. It's not like I'm saying he's not fighting now for the jersey, but he's well off the pace. He's not. It's like he's afraid to press the way he used to press. I don't know if it's just he's conserving his energy at different levels, you know. So yeah. Does he fit Rodgers' system at the moment? No. I just don't think the midfield. If Kyogo starts playing, featuring more with Callum McGregor pushing up, there might be a different spark of balls coming through the middle as well. So time will tell. Time will tell. Scott Brown's there today. The man's there. I haven't had it on yet. I'm going to put it on now in a few minutes. I'll put it on in a few minutes. I'm going to jump off in 2 minutes anyway. How's it going, Aidan? I hope you're well. As I said, folks, if you want to support me an extra level, there's a membership subscription there for 99 pence. You just press the join button below the video where it says subscribe, and you can buy for 99 cents for the month. Simple as that. If you already have subscriptions about other Celtic channels, leave it with them. And then support them. You know, they do a lot of hard work. The guys do it. I see guys coming on at 10 o'clock in the morning doing podcasts, and you know, they do a lot of work behind the scenes. People just think it's just a camera and just chat. There's well more to it. So if anyone that's watching that's looking to set up a Celtic channel, don't hesitate to give me an email. I'll give you the best advice as I can. I'm not a pro at it, but confidence is key in life. And hopefully Celtic have the confidence today to bash and get the 3 points at Rugby Park. Final predictions, going 3-1. And just to recap on the team, if you haven't seen it yet, because I know there might be 1 or 2 people in here that hasn't got a minute yet. So that's a starting lineup. Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong starting lineup. The difference is Lagerbielke. This is the starting lineup here. 1 second now. Really need to get a mouse for this laptop. Hart in goal. I've Hart in blank there for a minute because like some people feel like he's not good enough to be a number 1 at Celtic, but Hart in goal. Pulled off cracking save last week at St. Johnstone as well. Give him the credit which due. Johnston, Taylor, left back, right back. Phillips is starting ahead of Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers is now rested today. He's not in the squad. Scales, Tomoki Iwata, Matt O'Reilly, Callum McGregor pushing up the flank, pushing up that mid of midfield. All front gets a nod ahead of Kyogo. Kyogo's on the bench. Mikey Johnston, Palmer. And this is the bench. We got Scott Bain, Kyogo, Yang, Turnbull, NAWROCKI's back on the bench. Verde Bay, Bernardo, Forrest, and Ralston. So, folks, I'm going to leave it there. If I can get on for a post-match reaction, I'll pop on. I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone that subscribes to the channel, that watches the lives, that watches the shorts, that watches the videos full stop. I really appreciate the support. And good luck to Celtic today at Rugby Park. 3-1 and going. Hell. Speak to you all soon. Take care.